We'll get our crap out of here now. Would everyone human please leave the stage? Any non-humans, please remain on stage. Any bipedal non-humans. Ladies and gentlemen, Chewbacca the Wookie from Kashyyyk.
How you guys doing? Thanks, everybody. Y'all look so small down there. I'm used to bigger crowds, like, I don't know, 250,000. How you nerds doing on Halloween? This used to be my favorite day of the year until Comic-Con and Dragon-Con and WonderCon and shit like that. Now this is just something I try. I think I'll bring out the Wookiee. So I wanted to open up by telling you a little story about my partner on... Oh, well, let me introduce myself. My name is Chewbacca Savage. I host Mythbusters on the Discovery Channel. Thank you. And if you've seen the show, you've seen I'm saddled with the greatest straight man in television history, James Franklin Heineman. And I wanted to show you a little something. Can we do it, Paul? Okay, I'm going to show you a little clip, and then I want to tell you a little story about Jamie. Let's roll. Excellent. Let's go there. So, Craig Ferguson is a humongous fan of Mythbusters. If you've been watching this show recently, and he's called us out. He's actually become almost a friend of the shows, and he's had all of the hosts on the show. And he called us up recently. And he said they wanted us to do the cold open for the Ferguson show, and this is like a little boy's dream come true. I've been wanting to do puppet music videos with Craig since the first time I saw one of those fucking genius things. So I was like, yes! I'm speaking for both of us, I say yes. And Jamie, I come in the next day and Jamie says, let's say, I'm one huge Jamie mustache tonight. You might look like Chewbacca, but in fact, up close, this is exactly what his mustache looks like, and his mustache even has a purse. He says, what's a cold open? I said, well, in television parlance, it means the first act of a comedy show. It's the cold open. He's like, okay. Well, what are we going to do? Some comedy? I said, yes, we're going to do some comedy. He says, well, what's it going to entail? I said, honestly, I don't know. I haven't sent anything across, but don't worry about it, it'll be fine. I was like, okay. So then a few weeks go by, and there's us and there's Craig, and then there's like teams of people and corporations in between. So there's communication that goes on that's not us. Like our publicist calls Craig's publicist, wants to know what we're doing because Jamie's expressed some concern. And Craig sends word back, oh, don't worry about it, it's gonna be fine. Like, just do anything, it's no problem. And then another week goes by, and what we get word is that we are gonna do a lip sync. I'm like, yeah! Jamie's like, really? And they sang along the song, I Stopped the World and Melt With You, which somehow Jamie has not missed, which somehow has not ever heard of. He doesn't know the song. So, and they said, at the break, Jeff Peterson's going to come out and say, ladies and gentlemen, Mythbusters, Adam's going to come out with a sign, Jamie's going to hum. And Jamie's like, I'm going to hum throughout the whole song? I'm like, no, you're not going to hum throughout the whole song. In the song, there's a break, there's some humming. Okay. Each of these times it's like, So, then it's, how does this go? He comes in one morning. Oh, no, right. After that, he sends a letter to all of us saying, I'm getting really concerned about this because I don't really like musicals. They've never made sense to me. He's grading this on something. They've never made sense to me, people breaking into song, and I don't see how it's going to be funny. And so I said to Jamie, Jamie, look, Craig loves you, dude. Not only does he love you, but he's a little afraid of you. So he's not going to make fun of you. He's probably, I swear, just going to have you standing in the background not doing anything, because that's pretty much the funniest thing you can do with you. And it's pretty fucking funny. And he's like, okay. And he's like, then he writes back, well, I guess one should have a sense of humor about oneself. Everything in the third person. Well, I'm just not inclined to put myself in embarrassing situations that are humiliating. I'm like, it won't be humiliating, don't worry about it, chill, we're going tomorrow, it's gonna be fine. So we're in the car from the airport in LA on our way to CBS Studios, and Jamie's been quiet for a while, so I just got something on his mind, and he says, I watched some of those videos they sent across last night. And I said, yeah, and he goes, have you seen these? And I said, yeah, and he goes, with the puppets? I'm like, exactly. He goes, and the Nazi hat and the straps and the guy dancing? I'm like, yeah, and he goes, and you are sure that this is a good idea for us to do? And then I see it, having been his partner for this long, I see his concern, and I just say, Jake, I promise you, you will not end up in the back of the studio with a group of people standing around you going, come on, put on the funny hat. And he goes, oh, okay. And then he kills it, he nails it. He still watches this and goes, I really pretty much like, I don't understand your earthling humor, but I guess it works. I like the house that it bought, so I'll just go with that. So, did you guys see the rally yesterday? Yeah! Dude, that was crazy. I just tweeted a picture that I tried to take a picture of the crowd from the stage, but fucking Jeff Tweedy and Tony Bennett were in my way. Such douchebags. 250,000 people! All showing up to demonstrate that they think most people are being unreasonable about politics. Of course, I'm talking about this in a Wookie costume. It was awesome. It was crazy awesome. My wife and I stayed up until like 2 in the morning just going over everything because it was so insane.